Every 30 seconds, somebody becomes a victim of human trafficking. I felt this compelling urgency to act. I wanted to make a difference, but I was completely overwhelmed. I thought, how can little old me ever make a difference to this overwhelmingly huge injustice? So this was the beginning of an incredible adventure, an amazing opportunity to retrace the transatlantic slave trade route and be a voice for the millions of slaves today who don't have that freedom. It was the hardest but the best thing that I've ever done. Sometimes I'd be rowing there at night on the 2 a.m. watch and just thinking, what on earth am I doing here in the middle of the Atlantic? The waves are lashing at me. We were cold, rowing 12 hours a day. We had blisters and sores and seasickness, and just the sleep deprivation was so tough. But the mental battle was way harder. But when there's pain with purpose, it changes everything. And that figure of 36 million people in slavery is so overwhelming. I remember sometimes it just being so hard and so painful physically. I just didn't think that I could go on. But it's incredible what you find inside of you when you're tested. I found this person inside of me that I didn't know existed. We don't all have to row the Atlantic, but the great thing is that we can all do something. And something simply means allowing ourselves to be disturbed. It means opening our eyes to some of the awful things that go on in this world. My faith literally soared on that ocean. I prayed morning, noon and night when I was fearful. I literally had to pray and sort of declare God's promises over what I was feeling, because at times it was just so tough. I didn't think I could go on. Having a constant conversation really with God. Sometimes they were prayers of just crying out, Lord, this is so tough. Sometimes they'd just be prayer of thanksgiving. Seeing these incredible breathtaking sunsets and sunrises, I would be so thankful.
When we arrived, I was absolutely over the moon. As we came around the harbour wall, my legs were shaking with adrenaline and excitement. It was the most unbelievable, indescribable feeling in the world.
Just to be able to hold and hug my family was amazing. I didn't let them go for ages. I'd row the Atlantic again just for that feeling of joy, relief and sense of achievement. Row for Freedom is just the beginning. Our fight against the injustice of human trafficking continues. What will you do for freedom?